Well, this is part 69 of Jeff Flair's One Man's Opinions. I had to change this around a little bit. I'm going to be talking to you guys in other videos about I'll Be Back and the other one, Man on Fire, very soon. Something's come to my attention. The Rainbow Bar and Grill in West Hollywood. I'm going to say what I have to say here. First of all, Mario Magliari, Michael Magliari, Cy Langston, Tony Vaccio, Mike Weber, I love all you guys. I would come out of retirement in a heartbeat to come up to the work if you needed me. And that's real talk right there. But you understand, I'm going to toot my own horn here when I say this. I started working at the Rainbow Bar and Grill 1994, August 24th, 1994. And I retired from there 2002 in June 15th, as a matter of fact. Now, you know, over the years, I used to get people to tell me, well, Jeff, the security's this, security's that. They're not doing this, they're not doing that. You guys were one of a kind, and you know the guys are not doing what you did, and blah, 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 blah. And I said, well, you know, they're going to be okay. Don't worry about it. They're going to be okay. I remember when I started working at the Garden of Eden, I had 15 different people walk in that club asking for me, begging me to come back there. I'm talking about people I didn't like, people that loved me, respected me, people that used to go to the Rainbow Bar and Grill were begging me to come back. It's no joke. You know, when we were there, we, along with my main man and good friend, one of my closest friends, Playboy Extend, we created the Rainbow World Order and the R.W.O. The reason why we created R.W.O. is because we needed to take our club back. Now, you know, we all sit there and laugh, R.W.O., we R.W.O. for life, blah, 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 blah. But this weekend, I happened to hang out with Rage and Chaos, Tony and Anthony. They were in town. We laughed, we talked, we hung out. And they told me they went up to the Rainbow on the 27th of September, Thursday night. They walk up to the door, and there's two guys there working the door. They go, hey, we're Tony and Anthony. We come to get something to eat. You know, we're R.W.O. We used to work here. They looked at them like, so what? You guys got to pay to get in. So they're like, pay to get in? What are you talking about? No, they know us here, blah, 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 blah. One thing leads to another. These two guys tried to start a fight with Anthony and Tony. Let me explain something to you guys at the Rainbow Bar and Grill about Tony and Anthony, Rage and Chaos. These are two of the toughest white boys I've ever met in my entire lifetime, and I've been alive for over 50 fucking years. These motherfuckers will kill you. Do you understand me? They will run you into the ground. But take a longer look at the man, the legend himself, co-creator of the R.W.O. along with Playboy Eric Steen. Now, if I walk up there and you two clowns do that to me, we're going to have a problem. Because, see, I was head of security there for almost 10 years. That legacy that we put down there back in, 1994, when I first started there, that legacy is still going to this day. See, the one thing I learned about security and the security business is this. When you take over for somebody, there's three things you have to do. Number one, remember who's who. Who's coming in there. Know who's who. Keep your mouth closed. And three, you better be better than the last guy. Me personally, I became the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever Rainbow Bar and Grill ever had. And yeah, I got a lot of people that can prove it. A lot of people saw me work that club 4 different times, 7 days a week. Saw me work that club 5, 6 nights a week by myself. Sometimes the other boys wouldn't come in there till Friday night or Saturday night. I was there working that club Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday by myself. Me, by myself. What does that tell you? Tell you what it tells you. The Jefferson Flair is legendary when he walks in that building. See, I'm the one that put that down there. You understand what I'm talking about? And the new security, we're not talking about Pops. We're not talking about Moose. We're not talking about Charlie. We're talking about the new guys that are coming in. You need to know who was there before you, who put the ground rule down, who paved the way for you. See, we got respected from LAPD, we got respected from the Sheriff's Department, we got respected from the courts. Everybody knew who the Rainbow R.W.O. was. They knew who we were. You understand that? Because every time I had to deal with the cops, I took my glasses off or whatever I had to do, look them right directly in the eye like this and talk to them. They knew I was the real deal. You understand this? The only reason why the Rainbow Bar and Grill knew who I was, what my background was, we had a lady who came up there one night, left her purse in one of the booths. She got screaming, hollering at Weber. So Mike Weber says, well, we're sorry, we're not responsible for that. Well, who's your head of security? I want to see your head of security. Oh, here's our head of security right here. And she looked up and saw it was a black man, a brother. She looked at me like, like she was in shock. I sat there and looked at her. I said, madam, how can I help you? She said, somebody took my purse. Oh, okay. Well, we're not responsible for that. What do you mean not responsible for that? No, we're not responsible for that. If you take your purse and put it in a coat check, we're responsible because it's behind that wall up there, and that girl up there is working it. She's responsible for that purse. If you tell your waitress, you tell the manager, you tell me, and we don't sit there and watch that table, then we're negligent for that. Oh, I'm going to call the cops. Call the cops. They're going to tell you the same thing I'm telling you. This went on and on and on. So the woman says, oh, I'm sick and tired of all you street toughs. At that point, I had 25 years in the business, and I went upside her one way and down the other. When I got through telling I was X this, X that, X this, blah, 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 Weber looked at me and Tony looked at me and said, Jeff, we had no idea you. I said, now you do. Now they realize I was the real deal. That put me on a pedestal way above everybody else. Because see, me and my man, John Nunley, the Sarge, worked that thing from 95 to 97. We had no problems. He was downstairs, I was upstairs. Just two of us. We took care of that. We had Moss, Steve, Tommy, Eddie, and all them guys backing us up. But we really didn't need them unless we needed them. Other than that, we didn't need anybody. We took care of business. But anyway, from 94 to 97, we laid the ground rule for that whole security up there. Then late 1997, Playboy Eric Steen got hired. Then me and him got to know each other. We became good friends. But then January of 1998, Mario McLary walked up to the door and said, steady, let him in, steady. He let them motherfuckers in there, and they tried to take that club over. They were disrespecting us. Oh, we ain't shit, we ain't that. Yeah, Jeff, he look like he tough, he look like he bad, but he ain't gonna do nothing. I sat there, and I soaked all that in. I did my job. I was professional. I showed up, clocked in, clocked out, did my job. This went on for such a period of time. They were disrespecting the women, disrespecting the ladies that worked there, disrespecting the people that worked there, the bartenders, everybody. And this is why we came over the R.W.O. and did what we did for 9 months. When we did that for 9 months, I want you all to remember this. We had women coming to our club. We already had beautiful women anyway, but we had women coming to our club from San Diego, San Bernardino, San Francisco. We had ladies coming in from Brazil. Oh, you understand what I'm talking about? We had ladies all over the state, all over the county of Los Angeles coming to the club. The club was packed every Friday and Saturday night. You couldn't even walk through it. It looked like it was New Year's Eve every weekend in there because it was so packed. Because of us. We were professional. We watched out for the people who came in. We watched out for our employees. And we kicked your ass when we needed to. Other than that, it was a great atmosphere to be in for 9 months. Mario McLary made so much motherfucking money, you couldn't tell Mario shit. You understand me? Mario step out of that car with a butterfly collar on, cigar this long. You couldn't tell Mario nothing. Couldn't tell him nothing. But see, that was because of us. But see, Mario, Mike, Tony, and Michael McLary, they all loved us because they knew we were taking care of business. They had no problem doing what we were doing. Like I said, we had a gimmick to this thing. The gimmick was, you fucked around, we kicked your ass. If you didn't fuck around, we were just the nicest guys in the world. And we had women that would come up and hug us all the time. All the time. Tony and Anthony told me when they were at the club, they were watching these guys Thursday night. The ladies that came in there, they didn't pay them no attention, just walked right in. That's not a good sign. Because see, when the ladies came to our club, that worked there, and that used to come to the visit, they loved us because we wouldn't let nobody put their hands on them. Because when you disrespected one of our ladies, we fucked you up. It wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts to it. We beat your ass. I'm the one that installed that. Eric Steen co-signed for me. So yeah, man, we got to take care of the ladies, man. We don't have any ladies in this club. We won't have any business. And that's how it worked. But once again, you might say, well, Jeff, damn, man, you talking about R.W.O. and come on, man, that blah, 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 blah. No, remember something, folks. This is a legacy. What happens when superstar Donnie Maherfka walks in and they ask him to pay? What about Playboy Eric Steen when he walks in? Raging Chaos just went through the same thing. What's going to happen? Like my man Charlie Grant went in there. They tried to make him pay. He just wanted to order some food to go. They got real aggressive with him. Him and his two nephews are about 6'4", 6'5", ready to whoop their ass. It didn't happen. But I'm going to tell you this too. See, Raging Chaos was ready to go up there Saturday night and take care of business. Friday night, rather than take care of business. I talked them out of going up there. You see, the good Lord works in mysterious ways. I told him I'm going to make a tape and I'm going to let everybody know how we feel about this. Now, all the guys that are up there right now doing security, the new dudes, let me tell you something. You're living off of you're working off of our legacy. Because LAPD, the Sheriff's Department, know about the Rainbow Bar and Grill. Why? Because we never had no issues. The cops would never call in. We took care of our own business. That's why we were the top shelf of all the clubs out there. And for 9 months, like I said, in 1998, we were on the top of our game. We were the shit. You understand me? So now, I'm going to tell all you this. From January up to now, I've been hearing about this, off and on. And that's not cool. We're all family. The Rainbow Bar Grill's always been family. We're always family. I mean, all of us. We've always been family. I'm still friends with all those people I was working with and that was just come to the club. I don't understand how these people got hired. But I tell you one thing. You guys up there at that Rainbow Bar and Grill is doing security, what's going to happen when Chuck Zito comes in there and his people? Pete Anico comes in there. Frank Stallone comes in there. Some of the people that have been coming around this club for 25, 30 years, long before y'all started working there, you going to try to charge them too? See, that attitude is not going to be tolerated. Because all of us that are family, we're going to be back up there again soon. What you going to do, beat us all up? That won't happen. What you're going to do is, number one, you're going to respect us. Number two, you're going to respect the R.W.O. And number three, you're going to respect the fact that we are the ones that laid that ground rule down up there for you to where you're working off of right now. Take a look at the man that was the original co-creator of this thing. You understand that? I'm still legendary when I walk in that rainbow. You know why? Because I was there 5, 6 nights a week by myself. Worked that club 7 nights a week on 4 different occasions. I showed up at 6 o'clock, then leave that joint till 2:30 in the morning. When I was there at 6 o'clock having my dinner, I still was on, making sure the place was safe. Mike Weber, Tony Vascio, Mario Magliari, and Michael Magliari know this. Cy, they all know this. Cy Langston, he knows this too. I'm going to tell you something. Jerry Mangalis, God rest his soul, came to me and he said, Jeff, I'm going to be taking over here as the new GM. I want you to come back and work for me. I said, Tony, Jerry, I can't do that. You know, I'm working out here, up this club here, I'm making $20 an hour, making good money at the door, back door, this and that. He said, Jeff, what's it going to take for you to come back here? I said, Mark's got to pay me $15 an hour minimum. He's got to. I can't do this for 10. And it wasn't about money. It was just that I couldn't leave that to come back to the rainbow. You know what I mean? But I told Jerry, you talk to Mario, see what he says, and then let me know. A week later, I came back in on Tuesday night. We talked. He said, I haven't talked to Mario yet. I said, Jerry, I can't do it. I can't come back. He said, Jeff, I want you to come back. I want Raging Chaos to come back. I want Eric Steen to come back. Playboy, I want all y'all to come back. Maybe we can do this thing all over again. I need you guys. I was very flattered. Everybody else was very flattered. Everybody was doing their own thing. We couldn't come back. But I'm here to tell you, I love the Rainbow Bar and Grill. I love all you guys down there. And there was a couple other guys who were trying to get me to come back too. I'm not going to say their names here. But they were trying to get me to come back too. It makes me feel good when people say, I remember how you took care of this. How you were always there. How you always took care of everybody. One thing about the Rainbow Bar and Grill is always going to be my home, regardless of what anybody thinks, what anybody says. But I'm going to tell you right now, in closing, I'm going to put it this way. We are the R.W.O. We have set a stage for you gentlemen that you better respect. Because if you don't respect it, you're going to deal with me. I'm going to come up there and put you in your motherfucking place. And Charlie, you supposed to be head of security, whatever you are up there. Jack, you better tell them who the R.W.O. is and quit disrespecting our members, disrespecting our family when they come up there to order food or to come in and get drinks. You know how that works up there, Charlie. You know. And so do I. This is your host, Jeff Flair. This is part 69 of Jeff Flair's One Man's Opinion, R.W.O. Legacy.